And right off the top, a live look at how the markets are reacting this morning. The Dow is down 643 points right now. Meanwhile, over at the White House, Europe is gearing up for its first big play to scale back that 20% reciprocal tariff. And to do that, they are sending Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. It will mark President Trump's first face-to-face with a European leader since he implemented those taxes. So who is Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and will she be able to negotiate the demands of a zero-for-zero tariff deal? Well, the headlines are dubbing her as the EU's Trump whisperer. For a reminder of where we stand, President Trump hit all European exports with a 20% tariff, and that was back on April 2nd. Shortly after that, he hit the pause button, so they won't kick back in until July 9th. Meanwhile, the European Central Bank says they will cut key interest rates by 25 basis points. That's despite an outlook for growth to fall due to trade tensions. President Trump praising that move in a social media post and using it as an opportunity to call for Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's termination. Okay, let's bring in CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes for much more on what we can expect during today's meeting. Nancy, any chances that we'll actually see a deal be done here?
I think it's very unlikely, Mugo. Great to see you. Not because they won't necessarily make headway in this meeting, but because President Trump has made it clear that when it comes to negotiating tariff deals, he's really looking at the EU as a bloc. He's not planning to go country by country, so it's unlikely that he would cut a side deal solely with Italy. But this is seen as an opening salvo from the Europeans. Giorgia Meloni is someone who they believe can influence President Trump because she shares some of his politics. She is a conservative prime minister, speaks his language, if you will, at least politically, if not literally. And so they are two people who have hit it off in the past, and the belief is that they can make some headway on tariffs today. But based on what we saw yesterday when President Trump met with a Japanese trade delegation, he said they made big progress, but the Japanese officials are going to be coming back later this month. So it appears that it's going to actually take some time to get these deals done.
Yeah, not just one visit and then an answer to all this tariff issues. Nancy, before we let you go, I want to talk about that ongoing battle between Harvard and the administration. We know it's costing the university billions of dollars. So what is the latest there?
Well, the latest is that the president really made waves yesterday when he suggested that perhaps what should happen is that Harvard University should lose its tax-exempt status. That would be virtually unprecedented, and Harvard responded by saying that that surely would not hold up in court, and that it would inhibit their ability to provide an elite education. There are reports that indicate that the IRS under President Trump is at the very least looking into this possibility. But I just have to stress how unusual and unprecedented that would be, and it would likely end up in a court battle, just like so many Trump initiatives that we're seeing right now.
So many, I can't even keep count. Nancy Cordes, thank you so much for joining us on 24/7.